Yeah, i-relationship yami kodwa no Zola at this present moment angazi cause kudala ngamgcina umfowethu, but then one between the two start robbing the other, kwaqala kwaba nenkinga, and then there was a divorce between Kwaito artists and record companies, and then record companies made sure that Kwaito could never come back to its spotlight, so that it doesn't even function for the artists that are the bearers of the talent, rather them as the exploiters of the talent.
Welcome to the Derby Show. Of course, I cooperated on Christmas. You already know, doing this best show, it makes any other show look so stupid and work online. I'm thanking you, love it. As usual, on camera, got my man James as well as on sound. Yeah, today I'm with the legend. Yeah. Sumishtum simpuba boni suya chola. What comes to your mind when I do that song?
Yo. Well, I would say beautiful times, good music, and good crew. Back up your crew. I remember we did Ishugumisa just after we'd done Imatofotov. So we'd sometimes collaborate stage in Amagents, Pitch Black, Podloza, and Azon. That was some nice times.
How did it come about though?
Because
there's that thing that someone who's singing
KG.
Yeah, so
actually that's KG.
I don't know how do you put that together then?
Well, yeah, I won't lie to you, bro. If I should put it like this, if you've been in a situation whereby you have a very, very well-inspired producer, well-inspired artist, well-inspired crowd around you, you know what I mean? So what had transpired by that time, we have been working on our songs, on the Skoko album, Bravo's Skoko album, for quite some time.
Yeah.
But we couldn't get the right song at that time. So I remember we just came back from somewhere around Boma, Eastern Cape. So when we got into the thing, we were busy talking about a certain situation that we had met up with Leo. And it was a very, very lovely situation that we were talking about.
Yeah.
So us as artists, we'd record it. Now we're in the phase of, you know music has got phases, recording phase, promotion and everything. Yes. So we had been in the phase of now starting to promote our things. Now we're going place to place. So now we're speaking to UKG from Murafe. You know Murafe?
Yeah.
Murafe comprises of Kulichana, KG and KGism.
Yeah.
No, KG, Kuli, and Tody Mac. So now, when we went to the studio, Kuli and KGism and them were in the studio working with Utasman. So we were busy talking about that experience of coming back from that side, and we had just had a nice time. But now, me as an artist, I'm stressed on I need a hit. So Tasso pulls through this instrument, the Shugumisa instrument.
Then you're hungry.
Bruh, my mind goes buck wild. And I start scribbling up and I write the verses and everything. And then we record the thing, and I remember, I think the whole "we're gonna be there" came from that experience we were talking about prior to recording.
Okay, we gonna be
that,
there.
You know what I mean? Because we were with Amantu. I remember Tasso listening to the song, and then he just went, and I gotta give Tasman props. He just went, Emuna, I go get a and I just say, we're gonna be there. Ooh. But by that time, I did not recognize or realize how much of a vocalist KG was. Check Jonga Patata man. This dude really got into there and just made the biggest hook by that time. I would put it like that.
It was.
Oh, bro, simplicity, we're gonna be there. And guess what? If I should say or speak about somebody else,
you can.
Check what's happening now with Kulichana and them. They are there now.
Okay. So you were close with Kulichana though at some point?
I used to share my studio time for them together with Dukes, especially Dukes.
Or you were close with the...
I would be given probably, let's say, about 5 hours of working at the studio. And 1 hour we are done with Tasman. 2 hours, 2 tracks down. So we left with 3 hours of just loitering. So by the time Tasman had his artist, which was Tuksingang, and Murafe as well as his artist, which Murafe was Kudichana and all these other guys. And so by that time, he just wanted to establish himself, I guess, as a businessman and as a record label. So he was working with all these big brands and making them established. So by that time, or I guess to him, it just made sense. Uguti, let me just hoy these guys or give them their own chance. You know what I mean? So by that time, himself, he didn't possess a studio as a professional, so we were working at Ghetto Rough, Cube Studios, if you will. He would ask nicely as a brother, Uguti, he's got these artists and nani, so now he wishes now Uguti, while Nazi see progress and I was keep something, I keep up with the game.
Did you sign a contract with Ghetto Rough or?
No, we signed a publishing contract, which if I sign a publishing contract with you, it's more like I would put it in a form of saying, let's say uthengisa ama fruits ngithengisa ama veg, ne?
Yeah.
And then there's a certain place whereby they need both fruits and veggies, and you have your own supply indlela yakho mhlambe your own van ohambisa ngalo nami ngine van lami ngihambisa ngalo. But then we then decide ukuthi you know what, how about sithengise lama van wethu, collaborate, sithenge truck, and then we take lama veg nama fruits in a large sum to that same place. So it was something of that sort. You know what they call it, konje nisibizana kulamalanga, nisibizana ama joint venture.
Oh, joint venture.
Yes, something of that sort. So Ungwenya, he actually wanted to establish himself as a producer and as a businessman, and so then I saw that and I was like, no, not like that. Let's do that. Since Veramina, I'm able to just finish a track that quick. So how about with that? Mfethu Mophume Zola, there's no way you go to a figure studio ungekho prepared.
Why?
Why would you?
No,
but why would
you? Or the lifestyle when you go out like in the morning.
No. You can't be sloppy as well.
Artists, they talk about the struggle, like they cast the struggle. So it seems like it's something that when you wake up you just face it. So when you go to the studio, it's easy to.
But here's the thing: they talking about the struggle, but where are they? They've made strides to make them to be where they are. So basically, you shouldn't even complain. They are a blueprint of saying, if you wake up, get up and do something. Ngoba uzoyithola kanjani mohlele khona input wami?
And it's a Zola talk.
Uzoyithola kanjani out time? Like literally uzoyithola kanjani? Uyangibamba out time. So we all made strides. And in true essence, out time. I feel Uti, when other people have laid a foundation as strong, you shouldn't come and be all mediocre on top of a stronger foundation. You know what I mean? Outer Sekasi, they had already made a very big impact. Both ngeskili, sokubhala umculo, deliverance lyric, stage presence. You know what I mean? So there was no way uzo enter into a barrel of whiskey, uzo take the ice, or uzo take the beer into a barrel of whiskey. Or people are putting in, they are tendering millions, and then you come with 30 cents. These people have worked hard. It's not magic. I stay the same hood with them. You know what I mean? They writing a ball pen in the same scratch pad that I do, and they record in the same mic, but they're able to pull in crazy, beautiful form of music, and then you go there and be mediocre.
which other songs that you made people that don't know, because there's a lot of songs that people don't know, but no, they don't know you, they know the song.
Do I even remember some of the tracks I've made? But then I'll try and actually tell people about the ones that I know they do know. Ne? Well, around 2003, ngahlangana no Pitch Black Afro. Pitch Black Afro. Pitch Black Afro. My dude. Hey, sing fana now. I'm being sing fana now. You see, I still maintain the image, my pra. What transpires is that 2003 we were recording Gazlami soundtracks see Ghetto Rough. Cleo hears a certain track called Discoco. He miss Coco Gudenda, Uyang Toad, he may paramisi number. Uyang Toad, Ushogumi Kunta Langikon. Uyang Toad, he muma konya good scat. He goes back wild. Collects me. I remember it was we funeral cabs up at the time. Grabs me and says, "Bruh, I like this hook and what, and I've got this artist, and I've been hearing that Pitch Black Afro thing. It's been making waves." So then I think it was his ingenuity. No, you know what, come let's collaborate. No, Tulan. But then again, he actually wanted the element of Kwaito into that whole gimmick. That I would call the Pitch Black Afro a gimmick. You know what I mean? The one on television, not the one original. So then we got into studio. We took out, and fireworks. And then things went until saze safika ukuthi sibe ne-impact lokho ukuthi dot. Namanje, I guess.
Ne. How was it to work with Pitch Black though?
Fun.
He's a
Crazy.
funny guy.
Fun, crazy. You know, I would say not him. They say my Ndugu Pitch Black Afro besamba si crew. So sisonke besi mvusela lokusangana loku anako. Like we were just a crazy crew, bro. It was nice though. Because as crazy as we were, but in Spani, I've seen many crews do their thing, but there was us.
Why am a crow music last?
Different thought forms. Different thought forms. For instance, I might be looking at, let's say, crew C3. You are looking at growing the crew and seeing us perform in prestigious stages. Finance. And on the finance side of things, I'm not checking on capacitating the finance. I'm checking Gucci. Sales. And that might cause a lot of problems because my voice is prominent, but I just feel I can't be sharing the same amount of money.
Because you think
those are the little issues that, yes.
You're Beyonce of the crew.
Let's say you are Beyonce of the crew. Your voice is the most heard. You like the project bakhona amanye ama-groups within the SA music business esingathi mesa researcher manje ubona ukuthi ale crew beyime ngalo nale crew beyime ngalo, but they had to share nabanye abantu angithola. So uthola ukuthi ke wena being the intricate part of the group uso yaqala uba greedy manje.
Why do you think the industry don't like Zola? Ezikas, do you think you guys have attitude? Do you think you guys you hard to work with?
We are a different breed. Oqala nje thina siphuma kwamshaya zafe. So don't come and mess up with our minds and hearts. But anyway, on a serious note though, the reason why I would say singazange size sincanywe or Zola bangayifuni manje, we got into the business le Kwaito. the entertainment side. Mind you, we just besidizi sonke as a country ngaleso sikhathi. I don't care whether you're a politician, businessman, so and so manje. Sonke besidizi siphuma ku-apartheid 94. 97 umntu uyaqhamuka ushaya iKwaito hit. Ngangithola itsiki ngaleso sikhathi. Sekukhona abo Chiscope ubabhizi nabo bathi uyaclaim. Moving forward sekukhona abo TKZ nabo bantu ba99 sekunomzambia nayo, all of that stuff. Ngithola first thing asiyifundelanga lento esenzayo ne mara sine impact egrot. Number 2, those that we had signed to, the companies, they started developing a certain fond relationship of us as artists together with them, which made us to become those big artists that we were. But the problem now was then, when you become big, you make big money. And the companies where most of the people that I know now were not about growing the company together with the artists. They were about growing their company and their capacity or their pockets. It's evident, because if they actually wanted otherwise, ngabe si rich some artists. So people made themselves rich ngati some artists was Zola, only to find ukuthi at a later stage sesaqala ke ngithi ngoba ngithe besingagelezanga singazi ukuthi umculo what entails. So we started gathering information and knowing ukuthi, oh, see, this is how this thing functions, and this is how much I am making ngiyi brand. This is how much I'm worth now. So we then went back to the same companies to say, but bra, ngicela ungibhalance la. How is it that I'm making 10, let's say I'm making $1 million a month as a brand. My brand is raking in $1 million, but yet I'm getting 25,000. Yeah, pionke lenye imali, cause wena uthami wena umuntu ongisayinile usebenzi the company mile italent lami. If I'm not there, you're not making money as a company. So how balance me here? How is it that you get to make so much money ngomculo wami? And then people couldn't give us answers. And when they couldn't give us answers, that's when we felt disrespected as artists. And other niggas would fight managers, fight record label people, literally, physically. And it would be justifiable because now people are looking for their money. I mean, it's your God-given talent, for heaven's sake. You can't be having your talent trying to contract a script to shine goma ibe hit itando yonke umuntu, and then some other dude that didn't do anything. He just comes through, ufonela umngane wakho ukuthi faka this thing on radio, ufonela omunye ukuthi wazuzoshoota le video fake laphayana, just ngama phone calls, and then 1 2 3 boom, this guy has got your 18 million eyenzwe ile city lakho. And then when now you've got what baze bakunikeze with a crazy ass contract that tells you what you're gonna be given 10% kwinto yakho. Do you understand what I'm saying to you right now?
I think it's someone who came with the polish and polish it, because you had it, you didn't polish it. But this person comes with the polish, and I got like
and
the person can come up with the price of the polish.
Good example, but wrong. You bring the polish, and you bring the skill. The person just brings the customers.
So you were shining.
Ipolish yakho but iskill sakho, without ipolish yakho neskill sakho zimbashile icathulo zawonke lo muntu la. So in the music business, meaning if there's no producer that's bringing his own inspiration to create that instrument, if there's no artist who looks at the issues zaselokishini, scribbles them down, puts them in a manner, yama rhymes and whatever, in a perspective that makes all of us to understand and be able to say, wow, we can relate. That's a skill. And then after umuntu azospenda all the time akalala kathini trying to perfect icraft yakhe, it's only fair ukuthi mekezoyithatha ayoyithengisa athole what's good or worth.
But you signed the contract.
Not an artist contract, a publisher's contract. Cula ngizothengisa share
50-50.
That's where ubutsotsi bufika khona. Kuya ngokuthi you as an artist, since you're not signed angithi as an artist yalayikhaya.
Yeah.
But we want lento iphethe. So instead of coming and saying to you 50-50, mind you phela thina singene kuqala laphana lama artist angakabi slim ngesigela nokuthi mele kuyofundwa besiya ngethemba lokuthi ngizocula sizothengisa si-share imali. So even when a person would speak about percentages at 100% to 10%, can I understand manje after 1995 leyo nto leyo 94 indaba yokuthi percentage out of 100 maybe ethi angithola, those things we didn't understand. Maybe ethi bazokunikeza 10% when uyacabanga ukuthi prior to me singing there was Michael Jackson, there was King James, there was Bob Marley, and these people, they seem to live a very, very luxurious life out of their talent. So that's the illusion that, trust you me, all of us as artists have. It's only today that you must go to school for you to actually survive in the music business, because there's quite a lot of vultures, crooks, a lot of people that are willing to come and dip their hands into your talent so that they can make money out of that. They can make money out of that. And that ngibuyela back to isinto mebethi ukwazi ukungazi kufana nokungaboni. You get into this business, you don't know how this business functions. All your monies are calculated by these managers, all these people. I mean, come on, bro. You've made $1 million, you don't know how much you don't even know that there's $1 million in the company made by you in the form of this, in the form of that, in the form of this. You don't even know how much you charge. You don't know how much you're worth as an artist. So we had to.
But whose job is that though? To know how much you worth.
Exactly.
It's your job, right?
But in what market? What model did you have?
I don't know. The music industry is white.
Exactly. Even Michael Jackson couldn't tell you his worth. But he would tell you that they owe him this much. A Sony outside the work and outside of what they've generated, what is due to him is this much. But go ask if he was alive and you go ask him, you are the star, you are this big, how much do you think you're worth? I will call it talent, Papa. It's a God-given thing.
Do you think the industry owes you?
Not the industry, individuals.
How?
Me as Bravo, the industry doesn't owe me. But individuals that actually took my money, that made money out of my brand and took money that was due to me, and then they kept it for themselves. Those ones, they owe me. The business doesn't owe Bravo specifically. It owes us artists
Makes sense.
a lot of homage, reparation, and a lot. For instance, how is that there's a Department of Arts in Governance, and it's busy taking a lot of money out of government using our name, saying we are going to do ABCDE for the arts and what, and then they take the money for themselves. And they collaborate with big companies that have been messing us up. Those companies are famous because they've hosted Zola, Bravo, Mendoza, and everybody. If they didn't have those names, there wouldn't be those companies that we know today. So those companies as well, whenever government says we want to do APC, they go and actually outsource from the same dom corps of CEOs that actually were battling us. They never go to us that are the main crux of the entertainment. Entertainment is us. We are the ones that make people develop from production to everything. You know what I mean? But they just put our music into perspective in all the right platforms. You know what I mean? None, not anything, none. Agna anything else that they do. We are the ones that are doing that. But I made an example, Ms. Buyangale, somebody trans and said, we are more like cheese boy, ozalelwe with cheese, but ufuna more cheese. And I recognize who cheese boy. Let me put it in like njengomculo. They had platforms of TV and radio. When we signed with them, they'd be able to easily move our content to radio and TV. That's why we needed them. But now we don't. Because TV and radio is in a person's arm, in the form of a phone, in the form of anything.
Yes, everything is mobile.
Now everything is mobile. So all we need is just to take back the power. But the problem is that the same people would not allow you to take back the power because they would sign you as an artist. So maybe sign as an artist, you must record certain albums in a certain time. Time premiere corner, it's unlimited. But it's 5 years. But what they won't tell you, you must record 5 albums. Until you pay the 5 albums, you are not free. You are still my artist. Not that because 5 years still no, you still owe me 4 albums. So I record the album one in 5 years. Albums I 4, you still my artist. So that's the reason why you find a lot of artists manje back into the business or Kwaito back to its glory. Because you go your track like on radio. Somebody comes and says that's my artist, Bantu be radio. Wenzani artist lami.
So these people who took a break, it's like they can't release any song because if you release any song,
you're still owned by somebody. Abantabani, they didn't get out of their contracts. Those that did come out of their contracts. During business, you develop, companies, they develop so much love for you as an artist to a point that it wouldn't be easy for them to just let you go like that, let go of the monies that they've been making now with all this glory. No, it's not easy. So whenever you try to elevate yourself sometimes, you would find that it wouldn't suit them good for business. Or sometimes banama artist wabo by the time or now that they wish to promote. And they know you are a troublesome brand. More releaser, boom. So now they will start trying to somehow, I would say, not giving you the right platforms. Or the platforms that you deserve. You will end up being deprived. Kufawe ama artist wabo. You know what I mean? Because at that point, to them you are irrelevant. You're no longer making them money. You are no longer part of them. So we are faced with those little bit of challenges as artists. Not we don't go to studios to record. We don't go and do what we do. Not that we don't take our songs to radio. We do. We record videos. We do all of that. But people don't even know that there was a campaign with Bantu, Kwaito, Zola specifically, to a point that sometimes you would even go and submit a track to radio. Ne? And then you'd find a compiler telling you, Mara, Kwaito, I sa trendy, sifuninte trendayo. Rather bring a piano, rather bring a hip hop. You know what I mean?
So they do.
It's more like Ngikulindile is stupid as like this, ne? You make a easy example. It's more like, think of a shelf in a retail store telling a product that no, you can't sit here because last week you clearly caviar or itanon. When we impupu, you can't sit here. Akhulumi nomnikazi shop. But the shelf itself,
because the shelf got a message.
Last week something it doesn't make sense to me that when people decide that such a music trend is trending now, for instance, Joba, there was a time it trendy Kwaito. I wouldn't, it doesn't make sense mina kimi ukuthi ngoba na ku trendy Kwaito mele sivalele umaskandi ngaphandle. Ngoba ku trendy Kwaito mele sivalele gospel, sivalele ama piano ngaphandle. But it's what happens within radios, and that's what actually happened. Ngiyibona when Kwaito was happening, they would go as far as by DC Kwaito bathi asuka sicula ama one lyrics, hey who music kwethu awuyenzi sense, and ngakuthatha manje ukuhlalisa phansi ukumamelisa iKwaito yasemzansi, ukumamelisa hip hop yasemzansi, ukumamelisa amapiano. You'll find more Kwaito songs akhuluma ngokukhuthaza. You'll find more Kwaito songs akhuluma ngokuziphatha. You'll find more songs akhuthaza udaki weKwaito than these three genres. But a mandate by the people that run the business, the gatekeepers of the music business, they felt ukuthi we complain too much ngale mali zethu as Kwaito artists. Whenever we go sosayina nabo sicule bayenze ama millions ngathi beso mase sithi sifuna imali zethu beso bayasilwisa, then that is when kuphuma lento leyo ukuthi manje abavalelwe ngaphandle, because now they started creating this notion ukuthi we are difficult to work with. You catch me? So people started opting to go work with female artists. That's when we started checking more checker right after Kwaito. Kwaqhamuka bo Afropop, Bolera, Bonati, Bobanbani, all these people, because they felt ukuthi they don't have that ghetto-ness. They used to call us ghetto. And I was going to ghetto, I'm ghetto. But what's that supposed to mean? Am I supposed to be something I'm not? Classy, maybe. Can't be classy when I'm not living in the Buckingham Palace. Ngiphume Zola in the dusty streets, you know what I mean? Sonke suutaki siphume ebuqweni. But then people would come at a later stage, call us Kwaito guys ghetto. And it was as if our etiquette has changed now, or is something different. People started having that campaign. Bruh, I'm talking
how did they
people
run?
that were there. For instance, you would submit a certain job, like let's say tracks, songs on a Thursday, mhlambe ku radio. They submit an artist. Guma corridors were business. There would be specific, and the writings in Chela, and it's a big secret because ingapamuzi churches el buy, but it has to be known. Guma music industry corridors, certain music compilers, certain DJs, DJ presenters, certain whatever that ebidlala umculo, they would be told straight, we don't want an artist to Zola. They've had, and the people that are running the record companies, they would even call each other on some, hey, so how's your Nkunkuma there? Zola, your artist coming. Let me know kahle. I mean yangisokolisa. Nalo munye hayi nami yangisokolisa. So then people started having a consensus ukuthi we don't need Kwaito artists to Zola. They are full of, you know what I mean? Yeah, we can make money with other artists, not these ones. Because besilwela nje indaba ukuthi sifuna mesicula imali ethize kithi. Besinga demonstrate ukuthi sintswembu ngomlomo, besiyibonisa. Besinga claim ukuthi sayishaya into yethu, besiyibonisa. And even the numbers, check the sales in the entertainment business. Where Kwaito yethu ubheke why everything that came after. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. We used to pull in numbers. People were selling 250,000 copies. 300, 150,000. Our platinum was a platinum at 50,000 copies. Our gold was gold at 25,000. Nowadays, what's happening? Dot vandaag, they cannot emulate what we did with Kwaito. That's why Basa Squatted, they could never take us back into the business. Especially since now we're in the independent times of things. There's a lot of independent artists and companies that are emerging. You see, if I was to come Bravo and try to emerge right now, it would be the most swift but difficult thing. There would be certain heights I wouldn't go to that I once reached back then, because the people that are chowing in those heights wouldn't allow me to get into those heights, musically, career-wise as well. I don't know if I'm making sense. Did I answer your thing? Why is Zola? Yeah, we came in like a storm. We made a lot of money for people. We asked for our monies. People, they treated us like we've got an attitude. And then we say, no man, fuck, KUNENE, that's my shiz. And then people said, no, asibaxosheni laba asibavalele ngaphandle bonke. Sivale nalo mgodi weKwaito yabo so that they can make money for themselves and end up being the way they were when we found them. Only them that are running the industry bigwigs can be able to come back and reinvest and open leyo mine kaKwaito. Until thina sihlangana sizivulele our own mine, ilegacy yethu yeKwaito sizoyibukela siloku sibuzana nibuzana athi singazi. Sithi hey asazi basivalele phambili. But in my observation, that's what happened. Kwaito and Kwaito artists and music company owners once met, had a holy matrimony of marriage, made beautiful music, and people gave money. But then one between the two started robbing the other. And then there was a divorce between Kwaito artists and record companies. And then record companies made sure that Kwaito could never come back to its spotlight, so that it doesn't even function for the artists that are the bearers of the talent. Rather, them as the exploiters of the talent should stay being in power.
Sure.
That's my answer for us not being able to go back.
But you still want to go back?
It's not a matter of still wanting to go back. Every man is driven by a dream. Music is our dream. Prospering or having prosperity, which is in this instance us as artists, it's music, it's a cherry on top. I mean, if you're a natural born carpenter, it's only right that you go outside, do your carpentry, make money, and so that you can do something for your family, make your kids grow, go to school, dress, eat. So music is our trade. Like fishermen, if you don't go to the sea, you don't make money. If we don't sing, we don't make money. So all this period, while we've been sitting and looking at things happening, we don't record. So you can imagine how much impact and how much negative impact has happened to our kids. Because if we don't work, they don't dress, they don't eat. So we are not even as passionate about our places, because we bring about the vibes into our communities. People cannot groove without our music. You can't come and sing without music. You can have a DJ in your but a DJ needs songs. Songs are made by artists. So we're the crux of ubumnandi. So basically, ubumnandi basekaslethu bawa because of singeko. Inspiration asekaslethu yawa because singeko. Kids, many futures were broken. We could have taken Sbanbani and Sbanbani, cousin Sbanbani, probably helped that guy to go to university and what. Probably we could be having our own Zola and as fast as Zola artists. But it was due to those people that were handling our business that we couldn't live or outlive the test of time.
So EPM production obewasayina kuyo wasebenza nayo and the relationship yakho yabanjani nayo?
I had signed with one production musically, but I'd worked with a couple. I had signed with Ghetto Rough. I had signed a publishing contract because I had won a certain competition called Kwaito, Schweppes Sparkling Granadilla Kwaito Fabulous in 2002. So the part of the rules of the game, of the competition, was the winner gets to sign a contract with Gerto Raf. So since I was the winner, I got to sign with them, but they didn't keep their side of the promise, which I was supposed to have been a Gerto Raf artist. So me getting into Gerto Raf, ngangena ngimpintshi kaBonkosi Dlamini, also known as Zola. So I don't know, maybe it was mhlambe intimidation, or probably he felt ngizomthathela isikhundla or what, but these people ended up not taking me as their artist, but they signed with me publishing, meaning cula sizokenzela umculo wakho ube famous, but you are not part of us.
Ish.
You see? So yeah.
But they didn't want to have so much Zolas. Zola peeps in one space.
To them, maybe, yeah. But I don't even know how many Zolas, because I'm getting there relax Uzolune Chisco. And my Kwaito is more lyrical than Egasbali. So I don't think Uguti Bezinga Fana. In fact, it would have been two different products. Think of selling an apple and a banana. It's both fruits, but it's different flavors and can actually cater to different markets of people. So yeah.
How is your relationship with Zola and any other artist?
I'm an artist and most yawo siyazwana. Yeah, a relationship yami kodwa no Zola at this present moment. Angazi, cause kudala ngamgcina umfowethu. And as a person, siyakhula, siyaxola. Ngikhulumela phezukwana. Singahlukana, sijabulile namhlanje, sikhumbulane kamnandi next time. Angithola. And which I believe that mathematics ikenza ukuthi nibonane more often. Then kwesinye isikhathi singacavana, sebenze together, bese sihlukana ngokucabana. Or mhlambe khona into okwangenza yona engazange ibe mnandi. Or ngakwenza something engekho mnandi. Usually that type of relationship yenza ukuthi nibe distant, ningabonani. Yangithola. Kutho ukuthi noma nibonana anivakashelani ni buzana impilo, how is it like, ngoba nani ngixabena ngithi so kuba idento ukuthi menibhekana, it's more like bad energies and magnetism, you know. Yes. So with me ukabe angangifuni ngene Ghetto Rough, ayikho enye into like mengathi angazi ngazama ukuyibheka in many different manners, but yeah angazi kanjani. I would say why. Yes, he knew me very well. He knew me very, very well. And I'm not talking personally, relationship wise, I'm talking talent wise. He knew me very, very.
What's stressing?
I mean, come on. Dude. There used to be a group called Brown Sugar no Putuhamu Uchaman. And they sang way before I could even write lyric. But I'm the one that went to Jem Eli Kala Gnabo. And I'm going to number one. They never went. I'm not saying in Tsoembuk now. They had their bigger sightings. But I'm just saying at a small scale catalog. Mina, now we say I'm outer like us. Sengambile ngayozprove mina ukuthi ngangena into a competition. Ngishayela ama lyrics wami aqinile wesikazi kwi rap. And then because I mean mawakhumbula, we grew up in times of rap, mina naye as a crew. So with rap bekuNtswembu bekuya ngokuthi wena ubrabani uNtswembu ngelyric kangakanani, your punchlines and everything. So you wouldn't just go professionally and go sing hogwash. Which when he got into the business, he went through like a hurricane. He Mdlembe was crazy, bro. Mdlembe was too crazy. Abo woof abo banbani. So not him being that artist, give me the perspective from me being an artist in Bravo was, that's my dude. Yeah, I know you come from my crew. Yeah. You know, you know what I mean? That team playing type of setup. But in his perspective, I guess mhlambe ngoba ungene ecala, you probably thought we'd best ngeke sibe nekhono lokungena, or probably he didn't expect ukuthi the competition abayi-organizile bona nabo lance umuntu ongayi-succeed abe the winner of it might be somebody from his crew. So I would say i-success nayidomo ngoba kunabanye abantu bafuna mebe-succeedile ungazi ukuthi baphuma phi nalento ubabone sebaza bafaka ama-proceeds. Kunomunye umuntu ongathanda ukuthi meke fika abone i-success in a place athi yeah bra aza kulanda ekhaya athi kaw I'm seeing something that side, let's go do. So I wouldn't talk for him, he's not here. Angeke ngimkhulume kabi. I've had bad experiences, perspective yami towards how he treated a business, but I got to say ukuthi yena bekuba kaningi la ngivaleleka khona kuma business kuma performances, kuma business opportunities, sometimes even production opportunities of working nosbanban bengivaleleka because already yena sekahambile wangibeka nge-CVMB. I wouldn't, he would state izinto za ama-dislikes wazi many crew niba neyingxabano, but he would take ama-mistakes we-crew ekusaswayenza sisase-crew awabeke, it's a fact, you are like this, point blank. So it really diverted our business in a sense and our future in a sense, because when you're looking for a job you need a CV so that we can understand which this is what you're capable of, these are the things you are able to do. So if you go and with music, and since we are mostly about spoken word, if I go and talk to somebody about you in an unpleasant manner, that could seriously put or hinder a lot of your journey into the business. I guess if I should even put it nangama artist wase Zola, I came to realize ukuthi mengibuya, a lot of people would ask me, uyachayisana nobani, and that I didn't understand ukuthi why. But this whole hogwash yama company esasayina nawo singabazi abantu sabathemba, so much so that sagcine sesingasathembani thina siyabantu basekaseli 1. Abanye sakuvalelana ngaphandle sama outer sekaseli 1. We didn't play as a team. That's what made us to fail. That's what makes us today size sikube nzima ukuthi omunye athi ngifuna ukusebenza nobani. But because uthola ukuthi abanye abantu bakuthatha ngendlela esinaki ongazi nokuthi why. Abanye abantu they are scared of your business and your talent bangazi ukuthi nabo why. So with me, I came to realize at a later stage and was told at a later stage ukuthi bengithreaten ukawu kakhulu ngetalent. And on my perspective mina ngibhekela ukuthi asingenile, so isikhathi manje asingene sibashaye and then sokoleka nabanye amakasi, they must hear lento lesiyiyo, and once they hear lento esiyiyo we get into the business, then it's easy for us to even formulate any form of structure, because usibali we had a lot of dreams as a crew. I just failed to understand ukuthi literally I wished one day I could sit down with certain people emhlabeni and say, Miss Baiziseka, we speak like this, but why mesekunemali wena githi individually, and then you change the tone yini lo uthi moyibheka kithi ikunukele kabi mosongada, you know, where else amangamla they do ama China amangdia bona mebewela ngada umfo wakubo smells so good that bakulande ejardini bra, come let's work. But we don't have that.
I think it's a thing to black people do. Once you made it out, take us, you don't want people to come. You just wanna come and buy alcohol for them.
Yeah.
And you go.
Yeah, you catch me.
You get the
You get as long as banxilela la mango.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's probably something, but whatever it is, bruh.
But you wish to sit down with Zola and iron it out.
No, they've got no issue. I wish to understand what literally changed. We had a mandate. We had plans, bruh. We had dreams. And checking the impact abenayo yena in the music business. See Zola, Ikas. We could have really got into the music business and put our legs on the ground, Safagama roots, and probably could be another Zola Kalawa, another Ketora or another Motherland or another Def Jam of a Zola. We did make millions for people. We did make an impact for people. But the problem was that all of us got in there as individuals who were hungry to succeed, not individuals who have a game plan. And I would say, I would even go as far as we are a very, 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 very important part of the music business, Tina Sizola, especially for the now artists. I don't think Casper Nyoves would be as famous if he didn't listen to our stories of not going to school and understanding what you're doing. And him having seen the experience of people being Nzwembu and dying paupers. That actually made him to go to school and say, no, I'm not going to go this direction. The likes of all these hip-hop guys, phela ungakhohlwa thina sithathe siyikwaito sithathe hip hop sayibeka la ekhwapheni but don't forget ntana sekhaya sayithatha abugero scandalous, gero fabulous, abomatofotofo bashawa nje. It's a kwaito artist lihlangana with a hip hop artist. Thina is kwaito, we took hip hop bangayifuna abantu elokishini sa embrace. That's how much advanced we were as a talent and as a business.
Right.
We accommodated, but because hip hop bengakazitholi ukuthi ubani nama artists wakhona bayadisana bayenzani yonke lento yokungakhani. That's why it was easy ukuthi bona mebengena bakhahlelele thina side namhlanje. Hip hop is still in the market, but hip hop never calls Kwaito back to say, my friend, I'm here, I am because of you.
People change.
So the same as people. Same as people. Bruh, trust you me, there's people right now that want to see that Kwaito come back, us being big artists and everything, but there's so much damage that it wouldn't be easy to go back and fix those things. From the company's perspective, but we are here. We are coming with our own companies. We are taking over.
Which other artists that you work with back then?
Okay, if I should name my features.
Yeah. And the song.
I don't remember songs. I'll try, but as much as I have.
Yeah.
La Kumbulai. I had worked Pitch Black Afro. It was Matofo Tofo Pitch Black Afro remix, and we did another song called Wena Ubani for my album. I'd worked No Zola. There's a track called Moroba featuring Dukes, Zola Bravo and Dukes. Irobe Joe, Hasiya How Joe, Kia Mahoa. I had done Vava's J remix, that was for Tsotsi. Yes, Scheme Vava's J. The remix was done by me, Pitch Black, Bravo, Pitch Black Afro, Ishmael, Murafe, Kulichana, Cageism, and what. Crazy. Under the Kasi, not Kasi, under the Tsotsi soundtracks, Tsotsi the movie soundtracks, yes. I had worked with Zwei Bala, Shy Town to Town, no Pitch Black. I had worked with Mandoza, Pupansi, on Mandoza's Ngalabesi album. I had worked with Flaba, rapper, on a track called Dizzy Flaba. Shaya Dizzy, something like that. I had worked with SS Brab worked with a lot of people. Ishmael, KB the Lady, Mutsilenyane, DJ Cleo, Andy Makaz, I've worked with quite a lot, even DJs as well. Some of them I don't remember songs. I always just record, promote Sohlangana Pambi.
No.
Yeah, but I've worked with
Which
quite a
artists you
lot
like
of
to work with if you wanna do a song now?
Which artists, local or international?
Local.
Local. The question I consider which one is into vocalists and the lyricists. Lyrically, I wouldn't want to work with no one except Bravo. If it makes any sense to you.
No, I'm listening.
I, as Uspiwe Msimanga, hasn't had enough time to mine the Bravo's intellect. I feel as a brand, he never got it justice. He's got a lot to offer. And if there's anyone I would like to work with Bravo's ultimate self. Ngisebenza with myself at the ultimate of inspiration and everything. Because I've worked with all artists, Kwaito na Benklobeni Zamachendra, and somehow I seem to make an impact that says to them Nginswembu. And minaba few engibakhombayo ngithi this one really uyazwakala ukuthi ufaka ipower kwi-craft yakhe. And mina ngikho Nzwembu uthi I'm not gifted in any kind. I just work extra hard on my craft. And I believe everyone emhlabeni, if they actually work extra hard on their craft, they can actually make something out of themselves, or they can actually present their craft ngendlela much more better than the explanation could. So ibonisa ama actions khona abantu abakwazi ukuexplainela kangcono kwi-craft yabo, but bathini nges business u deliver you better bathini better presentation but bad deliverance. And there's people that have got bad presentation but best deliverance. So I honestly, on my perspective, when it comes to my talent, when it comes to this music business, I like what I've seen with my Kwaito fellow artists that I've worked with, Zola. They've put in a lot of work into their crafts. That's why we actually became the best hood in South Africa when Kwaito was still alive. So I would honestly say, Minagimi, there's no other artist that I would work with except those guys that I possess within me, that have impressed even the guys that was known to be the best. Mandoza once said, "Ngiyayenza lento mara uyayenza." Zola once said, "Ngiyayenza lento mara uyayishaka." Pops, everybody. So it's only right to instead of looking at somebody for inspiration, trust the godliness within me, because uNkulunkulu make sinikeza talent sonke usinikeza libe infinite. You can't say limited to that shukumisa umzimba yaseikepeni. Probably there's way much more. So I would really love to actually work with my ultimate me locally, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, James got a question.
I want to know, how was your childhood like, and did that inspire you to do Kwaito?
There's childhood, there's teenagehood. Childhood was
Yeah.
fani childhood yethu sonke. Besidlala amatopo, sidlala ama-ali, sidlalani sonke. Whether you lived here Topsi or Gupi, it was the same thing. But when we got into our teenagers, during my teenagers, I was a very sports active type of character. Big time. And number two, ngumuntu, I was an introvert. So bengibelieve kulento yokuthi mele ngukubonisa rather than ngukutshele ngayo. You know what I mean? Yeah. And noma ngikutshela ngayo ngithi inswembu mele mase ngikubonisa ibe as exaggerated as the talk I'm saying. Basically ngikhule ngizijuta mina ukuthi walk the talk and talk the walk. But since I was an introvert, a lot of things I never got to do. Ngiz experiment with a lot of people outside. I would experiment on my own esidini, which made me mengiphumela ngaphandle people would be amazed. Like, wow. Hey, you know why? Moy practice uyi-one, it's unlimited practice yakho. Moy practice nabanye. Ifana nomuntu mozohlangana no doctor shayitsamaya lapha. You will go ahead, that's like your roof, your ultimate. You've never seen it out shy style like this guy. And if ngakhona ukufika kule level, you don't think of ngingayidlula le level. Mara moyi-one. You don't even know ukuthi that's the ultimate level that everybody akala ngayo ukuthi tsamaya is the best styler ever. Uzothi noma uyibona, but ngoba uhlala uyi-one, you would forever think ukuthi man, there's something extra abakhona ukuyenza ngakhona. So that prompts you to actually now ujime times 5, 10, 15 times more than they do. Uthi noma songena nabendaweni, they would be amazed ukuthi wow, I thought tsamaya was the best. Lo ufika washaya ikwetla wakora ngekhanda washaya bicycle kick. So now you start becoming the epitome of ubuntswembu. Awukho ntswembu. Where was Themba in your practicing? So mina my childhood mpintsha mina ngibe umuntu okhule okokuqala ngibelieve ukuthi how you preach it must be how you deliver it. That's the first part. Number 2, angiziqambela manga ngokuthi ngithi if they think that is that, then it is that. If I think this is this, then it is this. No, I would always have that thing yokuthi ngi-research further nge-perspective yami, nge-perspective abanye abantu, and other perspective as well. I remember when I got into the music writing business, before I could record, I used to write one script and recite the same script with different songs playing on different radio stations. Mutswering would be playing numbers zakhona lezi zase ze gospel zakuphi kuphi, and mina I had written a script nge-instrument le hip hop. Kune flow yakhona, kunomoya wakhona, yangithola kunendlela yakhona yokushaya. Now imagine you taking the same script ekumele sibe crump like and go putting it inside that song and making sure that it works, it flows and sticks. So that's how I got into being a lyricist. I mean, I'm not a Kwaito artist, bruh. And everyone that sees Bravo in any place, you don't call me a Kwaito artist. Mina I'm a lyricist, lyrical snake man. Lang sha khona bayakopa, lang tshala khona bayavuna. Qwala. Bravo sha silo sakunanzika silo saku e. That's what's up. I mean, I'll tell me mamela, I'll tell me. Angikho ntswembu nge-lyric, ngintswembu ngokuzithemba. Ngizithemba nasekungasithembeni. Even nala kumele sisabe khona, ngisazithemba. Even noma ngizithemba in doubt kawo. Dog, I doubt where my career is going right now since isaphuma iKwaito Latin. I'm here talking to you. I don't even I'm certain manje you can come. I don't care ubani. You are established ubani. Come to Bravo, try and record a song with me. Ngizokuhlula, period. I don't care. Uthi ubani. Lyrically ngiyashisa ngoba ngipracticeile. But hlale kunesibulu. Hlale kune. You must actually now look at, for just balance sake, I am not the best person out there to convey your music. Mengi one sonke si we convey, but mina ngi one ngintswembu ngestrategy sam sokudeliver music ngeke ungihlole it doesn't matter ubani nginamasimba ngeflow nginamasimba nge-lyric lami leyo ngideliver ngakhona. But I can tell you this much, I'm not the best lyricist out there, but ngiyazithemba ngalento engiyenzayo ngendlela engiyenza ngakhona, and I wish everybody could apply this. Trust your formula of doing a thing. There's many ways to kill a cat. Whatever manner that you have found to kill that cat, master that way. That's me. I'm not the best guy. I've heard people talk hogwash. I bravo Ntswembu. I'm not. Ngaphinda usitsho bravo Ntswembu. Ngintswembu ngokupracticela lento engifuna ukuyibona nalento engifuna ukuyizwa iphuma ngalendlela engifuna ngakhona.
Did you ever meet Pitch Black since it's out?
Have I ever done what? Sorry.
With Pitch Black since it's out.
Since it's out?
Yeah.
Not as yet. We have spoken a couple of times. And there's kumbulene interest as Mara. I haven't. Why? I mean, my reason professionally, I had recorded and made so much great music, no Pitch Black, to a point that Inteno Masenkipango Bravo after people couldn't take me for Bravo as an artist because I was Bravo prior Pitch Black. I got into the business before Pitch Black. But because Yana Hamba Gahlangana collaborator no Pitch Black on his album, and he blew up before I could. Now people every time Mokalubuza, who's Bravo? Uzoza abantu bathi Bravo ka Pitch Black man, no Bravo lo ka photo. You know what I mean? People don't even know that I do Ishugumisa Umzimba. And Ishugumisa Umzimba is much Ntswembu udlula imatofotofo. I'm sorry to say that. As a track, it's much more classic. You still find people playing Ishugumisa today. Bayingaka abantu bezwa badlala imatofotofo. I'm compare, but I'm just saying.
So you came up with the idea to record the photo.
No. Cleo was already in a recording process, no Pitch Black. And I just so happened to have certain elements in my artisticness as an artist. Kuna certain elements as a Kwaito that Cleo needed to just atone the artist like a brand like Pitch Black. So he then asked me to come through and say, come, let's work. But already they had their songs that they had put into place. I mean, I just went in and featured on the songs. You know what I mean? Yeah. But obviously, you know, ukuthi mo feature uqhamuke na something kwingoma enokenza ukuthi ibe or ibe iketcheke kalula. For instance, that photo I came with it. But the whole full niche yamatofotofo stools I had already came with it.
Oh, and you came with the photo.
Yeah, that photo I came with it. Later on, because already they had besebaqalele bona ba performer as Pitch Black. Yeah. Joba bengisho ukuthi bengiperformer as uBravo na performer as his own artist, but then it went kwagcina siso collaborator when besekudinga ukuthi akhiphe album. Yeah.
Okay. James, you got any questions?
Nah, it's ended out of box.
Yeah. There is part 2 that I see, but you know, some other time we'll sit down again, and because there's so much.
There's truly so much. Mina ngisihlale so marana sesiqedile. Okay, part 2 so yenza. Besafuna ukunixoxela abantwana bakithi. Nina ngathi angakezwa. But ke intro sense, gentlemen. We done? We good?
Yeah. If you can, if you wanna add something.
Last words. Ne usually angithi mesikuma interviews bayabathi sike sikhuthaza youth. Youth yasekhaya. Bantwana bakithi, bashana bethu, bazukulu bethu, bantwana bethu abafuna ukungena into the entertainment, arts, sports and everything. 3 things engicela nizikhumbule. Number 1, practice does make perfect, guys. Ngizophinda. Practice does make perfect. Number 2, never have outside competition. Never have outside competition. When you are practicing your thing, always compete with yourself. If ufunde, let's say you are a soccer player, ne? If namhlanje ufunde ukushaya icamaya, kusasa zama ukufunda ukuteka. Always upgrade on your craft, but under no circumstances uzicompare wena life yakho icraft yakho with omunye umuntu. Sonke siphiwe ukuthi sikwazi ukubamba into ngendlela yethu. We are all like colors. Ungathi mawubheka omunye red bese uthi wena ngoba uyellow and uyayithanda red, then you are that one is better than you. No, never compete ngecraft yakho. The last thing that I have to say is we are all special, and if we don't realize what is special, we will never create anything as special. Ngoba if you know what is special, ngeke uzifake into drugs, ngeke uzifake into ijiva ukuningi unnecessary. Mawuzazi ukuthi uspecial uyakwazi ukuhamba esikolweni uyothola imfundo uthola ulwazi. Mawuzazi ukuthi uspecial uyakwazi ukuzitreata so best enough ukuthi uzitholele the right partner emjolweni, ungayitreat rough, ube na that beautiful moral compass ngawe. Mawuzazi ukuthi uspecial uyakwazi ukuthi ukhumbule ukuthi uspecial ngoba there's a higher God above you that loves you, that protects you, and that wants you to act right all the time. So that part never forget. Number 1, never, always practice in your craft. Number 2, never compare yourself to anyone. You are special the way you are. That's the last part. God bless you guys and keep on supporting
music. I love this song, the Shugumi Sumzumba ufuna ukufala ngama lyrics.
Hey, wena.
Asakhumbu.
I was on tired. I was talking. Yo, kangagcina nini? Oh, eh. The moment I record a lot of new music nowadays, but something like, yay, so I wake up in the morning while abaning emibhedeni horning, estrateni I'll be strolling, izumela mathanga izitupini showing, abovundra will be hobbing ukuthi mina mphethe bani are they rocking, kyadibusa chicks are stalking, mele nhlale nazo ukuthi we no talk, we no stopping, it's like summer honeys and bunnies banyana feeling better and pumena majimbo siya kudele mahwilering fayaka sithuka sihlangana namalekeren dlalo ama short skirts labantu the represents inyaka saturday sadi kudlalwe zama veterans dlala amakhula backs ribujala libikering bana ba sweet majimbo siko twikering, and if you with me shout ndia mina teng sumsimbu ya bonisu ya cho ngembambo escapeni you black peoples. Beningakahambi ngamayathi bafana, beningakahambi ngamafurpa, silapha yani shumizumzima sibabulisa saruka. Shout out to KGism. You did that part because KGism from Murafi is the one that sings that we gonna be there, and he murders it. Shout out to Tas man, you came up with a hit. Nanamhlanje sase hit. Peace to you and hope you guys are good lani corner. More than anything, shout out to all the artists of Mzansi, sports, arts and culture people everywhere. Tina sonke si busy lapo for being the most formidable people ever. Country libuya kuboma COVID-19, abantu bayafela kwi-government, abantu bayaphasa kwezinye izinto, abantu bayafela kuma-business kunanani, but we still come up being the world champs in rugby. We have our Miss 10, our Miss Universe within our grasp. We have Amajensa, Shama Grammys. Shout out to Black Coffee, shout out to Zex Bantu, shout out to Tyler. We have all these great artists, and they all come from ifraternity yethu le abangayisapoti kakhulu, which is the sports, the arts and the culture. Shout out to his squad for making us proud. We have, you guys can do better, we can, but you guys must know, every artist out there, siyabonga, from the bottom of my heart. even when we lost hope yokuthi bathi umhlaba uyafa sizofa, you guys, we still kept the beacon. Namhlanje we are back into our normal lives. We hope ukuthi we can inspire more people. Keep on keeping on, bantwana basekhaya. You don't know the jobs you guys are doing. Kunabantwana abaningi abafuna give up namhlanje. Keep on doing those songs zenkuthazo. Kunabaningi manje bahlukumeza abakhosikazi nabantwana. Keep on doing those songs akhuluma ngokuthi singahlukumezani. Kunabantu kumanje abalike us abama innovators, abantu abama bayenza zonke izinto zelokisho zokuthi silungisane. They play music wethu to campaign, even nangama politics they play music wethu. Please, each and every one of us bafethu ngicela ukuthi njengoba sama artists sikanje siqine and hope ukuthi one day sizokhuphuka nathi as the South African business and be the most formidable in the planet, because we do deliver a lot as a country. Shaya ngasemva bafethu awaphumi ama-Grammys amaningi kwezinye zeindawo, abekho abo Miss World nabo Miss Banbani kwezinye indawo, abekho ama-World Cup kwezinye indawo. We housing all of that manje South Africa. We need to sishayela izandla and be proud. To each and every one of you lapha emakhaya guys, ngithanda ukubonga and ngithanda ukusho ukuthi Mzansi nibe nimnandi la nikhona. Each and every one of you is beautiful and special. From uBravo ngiyancanywa mina emakhaya bafethu. Danko
senibuyele eGauteng kanti nandi sivale James. Otherwise yeah, what an interview, man. Very informative. Bravo, what a legend. We're gonna be there. That's my favorite song, man. If you're new to the channel, please press the notification bell, you subscribe, you donate. So far, thank you so much for people to subscribe. To subscribe on our channel. We going to 10,000. James is a race now. We're not far from 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, on Facebook we just reached 1 million views. So also thank you so much, man. Without you, this channel is nothing. Okay. Hey, we've been trying to hustle with one camera. It was me and James on sound and camera. So yeah, this is the best show. It makes any other show look so stupid and work online. Yeah, daily hustle. Chris Network on YouTube.
And thank you very much. Thank you very much to you guys for giving me this platform as well. Thank you very much, my king.
Yeah, we want you to come back and give us another hit, man.
Not a problem, my guys. Me, I'm forever waiting. Any producer, my piano, anyone, bring. Thina singama lyricist baba, shisi ngoma kushisi ikhotha, sazi zocinwa ubani. Namani.
What a wonderful interview with the legend. Bravo, man. So much information. Yeah, amazing. But for now you're doing music. Study sitshela ukuthi ubani wena uphuma phi and abantu music wakho bawuthola kuphi.
Mina igama inkunzi emadixo ohlobo bathi bayivala kanti basivala bona usigagu kathana wanti lapha zona ethizeka khona. Ngokuzalwa ngizalwa le kwaZulu ezansi kula semtubatuba. Ngawo wonke umuntu kuyeza ke eGoli ezofuna amathuba. Mhlawumbe ngiyasebenza futhi ngenza music ngikulu kakhulu kwi-art, ngenza izinto eziningi. But njengamanje sibhekana no-music, ikhona ingoma ephumile, ingoma yami ephumile ethi Ngikulindile. Yeah, ikhona yathola. It's a Afro pop. Okay. Yeah, iyatholakala kuma social media, everywhere where you can download music ikhona. Yes.
Mama njengamanje mangifuna ukuyithola ngibhala kuthi
Ngikulindile by King Bantu.
Oh, Ngikulindile by King Bantu.
Yeah.
Ilink uzosinika sifake ku description.
Ngizonika abantu beyithole bethokozele. Ngiyathemba futhi ukuthi izobakhanda ngoba ikhuluma ngothando. Intsha namhlanje inenkinga othandweni, iyayishayisa nje emadongeni. Ayazi ukuthi ibhekephi.
Esa, awufuna ushaya umucu omncane nje before.
Ngikushayela umucu
ngibona. Shaye.
Kudala ngizula kudla amawa ngweli mifula ngifuna isithandwa sami bathi ngikulindile wena ngikulindile bathi ngikulindile ngifuna isithandwa sami injalo nje.
Awu mfowethu ayiqeda so umuntu mayifuna akaye kwi-description James ayi-check i-link ayifollowe angena alandele alalele umusic kaBafo support ama-artist wethu ala eMzansi enza futhi umculo wethu siwuthandayo la eMzansi Bafo siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho
mfowethu ithuba ngiphele yona liyingqayizivele abashonjala ngesiZulu ngibonga kakhulu kwande nakuwe la uthathe khona
kuma social media tholakala
ngiyatholakala ama social media ngikhona ku Instagram King Bantu ngikhona ku TikTok King Bantu ingoma ihambe kakhulu yogijima ku 100,000 njengamanje ngiyatholakala futhi ku Facebook nakhona iyagijima abantu nje impela hayi ihamba nabo iyadinda ngisho njalo iyagqilaza abasho njalo le kwaZulu bathi ngithi niyadinda dinda yonke
King Bantu Ngikulindile
Ngikulindile
go and stream it otherwise we out